I originally started this project using 10mm LEDs. After the first attempt at pouring the resin into the molds, I realized that they were going to be way too big, so I ended up using 5mm ones instead. After taping the popsicle sticks together to keep the LEDs upright, I measured out the resin in equal parts, mixed it together, and poured it into the molds. This is the first video I've made, so I have a terrible lack of camera awareness. A lot of stuff had to be cut because it was just shots of the back of my head. Sorry about that. Here you can see me panicking because I overpoured the molds and the popsicle sticks ended up absorbing the resin and sticking together. I did manage to get them unstuck without damaging the LED legs using an X-Acto blade and some pliers. I taped the two resistors that would be the legs down and soldered the joints. Then I added the body and the arms. This is where things go sideways. Apparently, if you apply heat to resin, it melts. And there goes my dad's head. Sorry, Dad. I ended up using the smallest drill bit we had and drilling out holes in the heads. Then I superglued the resistor into the hole. I'm really glad I left enough room when soldering the bodies. Always have a backup plan. Whenever I solder, I end up getting my face incredibly close, which is why having a fume extractor is really a lifesaver. I cut some wire and soldered the ends to the LED legs. Then I added some heat shrink tubing to protect the solder joints and make sure the LED wouldn't short. For the switch, I measured its dimensions with calipers and marked on the base where I wanted it to go. Then I drilled a bunch of tiny holes and cut out the middle using some wire cutters. I used a Dremel to smooth out the edges and get it to be the correct size. Slap that switch in there and we're good to go. I found some tiny screws and screwed the battery holder onto the side. You can see the battery holder has a barrel connector, but we'll cut that off later. Now we need to solder the battery holder to the switch. Did I do that correctly? Keep watching to find out. The next challenge was how to get the sculpture to stand upright on the base. I landed on using some staples from a staple gun. I marked where the sculpture's feet were going to go and hammered away. I made this look way smoother in the video, but it definitely took a few bent staples before I finally got them in. After the staples were in, I soldered the feet to the staples and then bent the ends of the staples flat. I soldered the two sculptures' hands together. One, because it looked cute, and two, I think it made the whole thing a bit more stable. Next thing I did was add resistors to the wires going to the LEDs. I added some more heat shrink to secure the resistors. After that's all good and done, the only thing left to do is solder the LED wires to the switch. Did I do this backwards? Yes. Does it still turn on? Also yes. And that's it, we're done. Thanks for watching and happy Father's Day.